First, let me thank you for allowing Kimmons HR consultants to address your current needs regarding recent reports of racial discrimination complaints within your U.S. facilities. To follow up from our previous conversations, we are seeking to provide both short and long-term solutions to assist with unconscious workplace bias, stereotypes, and intercultural communication competence for your organization in relation to African American women, your employees, and management staff. Racial discrimination continues to exist within the workforce as a dominant stumbling block for minorities. According to the FTC, Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 protects employees and job applicants from employment discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, and national origin. This 1964 law was amended in 91 to override several Supreme Court decisions that created difficulties for employees to prove occurrences of racial injustice. A survey conducted by YWCA states how 61% of Black women reported experiencing racial discrimination at work. According to Banks, the history dates prior to 1970, in which African American women were excluded from better paying jobs with the only option of working domestically for Caucasian families. Banks also suggests that 50 years later, one-third of Black women are service laborers in comparison to one-fifth of Caucasian women. These same African American women are paid a mere 61 cents for every dollar paid to non-Hispanic and white men, despite the 1963 Equal Pay Amendment that prohibits the right to pay women less than men completing the same job. Companies who find themselves entangled in these matters have a lack of cultural communication, a negative brand image, and a lack of trust between employees and employers. Employees tend to stray away from bringing these issues to fruition when they feel that they cannot trust employers to resolve these matters. Past African American discrimination cases affected popular companies such as GE, UPS, and Austal in terms of unfair wages, unsafe work conditions, hiring practices, and racial slurs. According to Bradford, the monetary penalties for cases as such are estimated to be $64 billion annually. FedEx alone paid $3 billion to settle claims that it discriminated against job applicants based on race and gender in 15 states. Barriers to intercultural communication such as anxiety, bias, prejudice, and stereotypes can arise when companies ignore solutions to prevent racial discrimination in the workplace. Although African Americans are the topic of discussion, can we say that they are not the only individuals who face racial injustice? We want to help you avoid such losses and focus on heading in a positive direction for your company. Let's take a look on how to reduce these concerns. We want to lessen these barriers by improving the communication skills within your team by promoting employee engagement and cultural awareness. Our short-term solution will build upon skills needed for intercultural competence. Jant states that skills such as personality strength, communication skills, psychological adjustment, and cultural awareness help to create a positive environment for your employees. According to Hinman, when you create a safe environment for discussing backgrounds, allow employees to voice their opinions, disperse individual responsibilities evenly, and promote camaraderie, your company bridges the gap for effective communication cross-culturally and reduces racial discrimination. For your long-term solutions, select a group of trusted individuals on your management and HR staff to discuss the current P&P manual for any outdated rules that lack protection for your company and employees against racial discrimination, particularly any overlapping forms of racism, classism, or sexism, or better known as intersectionality. According to Kimberly Crenshaw, the intersectional experience is greater than the sum of racism and sexism. Any analysis that does not take intersectionality into account cannot sufficiently address the particular manner in which Blacks are subordinated. For your short-term communication strategy, we propose implementing team-building exercises and socializers to transform your stakeholders' cognitive ideas of their teammates. According to Bosworth, Team building exercises have proven to resolve conflicts, increase productivity, and improve employee engagement in the workforce. For the socializer, each month have special speakers representative of their culture and allow them to present their history and how it ties into their respective roles. The social event allows employees to be self-reflective of their culture and their peers. This prevents assuming similarity instead of differences or being unaware of important differences. To receive buy-in from your management and HR professionals for long-term strategies, we suggest meeting face-to-face with each member that you intend to include for your roundtable discussions. Meeting one-on-one will provide the opportunity to communicate your reasoning behind moving forward with the changes. Remember, communication is always key, so make sure you provide details on how the solution will impact your company's bottom line. Meeting prior to the roundtable discussions will present opportunities for these individuals to provide insight on any race discrimination occurrences that have not received attention. Please be aware that there may be challenges associated with the above solutions. Some employees may be resistant to change when approaching something that is new. We encourage you to monitor these solutions on a continuous basis to ensure that your company is not going in the wrong direction of change. If you do so happen to encounter these problems, ask those who may be resistant why they are hesitant to change. Take their feedback into consideration and see how your stakeholders' specific needs can be altered to assist in your efforts to improve racial discrimination. Thank you.